Yes, it is Paleo Polly back with a very, very special guest, and you've already met her and loved her. This is Jayme from Two Parts. Hang on.
Two Plump Vegetarians.
And in our next segment after this one, you're going to meet the other plump vegetarian.
Yes, you are.
So today we are doing some wonderful salads. They're all raw salads. They're really delicious. We're doing 3, and what we're doing is, the main reason for doing this is to show you how easy it can be to make salad dressings, so that you never ever have to go and buy salad dressings from a supermarket or deli again, because they're filled with sugar and salt and shit and whatever, and you don't need that. So this is a very easy way, and they're just so delicious. The salads that we're making. What ones are you making?
I'm doing an Asian style noodle salad with a 2-part dressing, so we can either stop at the first part or go further and make it into 2 dressings essentially. And then I'm doing a rocket or arugula for those in other countries with beetroot and feta, with just a simple salad. Again, I've got 3 variations for that salad, so we've again got some choices.
And I believe you're going to teach me a thing or 2 about salad.
Oh, I hope so. I've done my research.
Because I do creamy stuff, you know, like mayo and then something else, and whip it up, and of course my cameraman, producer, director, and makeup artist and whatever, he doesn't like my creamy stuff.
He's a bit of a purist.
He is a bit of a purist.
Yes, a bit of an oil and vinegar man.
He is!
Oh, well, there you go.
So we're going to learn something.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing a raw salad with the avocado and tahini dressing.
Avocado's in the dressing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to be delicious.
Yeah, sounds
yes.
very interesting.
So we're going to get chopping and
keep going,
preparing and whatever, and have a lot of fun, and just keep talking about what we're doing and why we are doing it.
And we hope you will join us. Well, I can begin, if you'd like, with the dynamics and basics of salad dressing. So essentially all salad dressing comes down to 2 things, oil and acid. Traditionally, olive oil and, say, balsamic vinegar. So I'm going to break it down for you into our oils. We get these lovely flavoured oils so that you can have the flavour and enjoy it too.
And they're Australian?
These are all Australian made. I like the garlic because I don't consume garlic myself. It's only 1% infused, but it's really quite strong. So you get the flavour you're after, but it's still FODMAP friendly.
So I should be able to eat that?
Yes. Anyone who's got garlic sensitivity, including myself, can actually eat this with no problem. So I put a little bit on my potatoes.
Yes.
Yep, really good. So you go with that. And they come in so many flavours. The chili is fantastic. The lemon I use on everything, and then of course the mixed herbs in an oil, fantastic. So you can use that for anything. So that's our oils. Just one thing more on oils is that usually when you get, say, a tub of feta, it's got oil in it, and this oil is already flavoured. So you could use that, or say sun-dried tomatoes and that lovely rich red oil that you get in there, very tasty. Again, the oil part. And then going back to the creamy dressings, you'll have like a mayonnaise or tahini and avocado, and which is going to result in a creamy dressing. So again, you can use any of those bases with the oil. Again, we've got like peanut butter, again, an oily base. And then you move into the acids. So again, traditionally you would have the vinegar. Another one very popular is just plain old lemon juice.
Or lime?
Lime, any citrus actually makes a really citric acid.
Yes.
So grapefruit and interesting sorts of citrus make really tasty salad dressings. Into the vinegars, again you can have the flavoured vinegars, so your red wine vinegars and your balsamics. But again, things like capers come in vinegar, and it's already got the caper flavour all the way through it. So you can use, again, just the vinegar out of those if you're not using the capers.
The capers are quite salty.
They're quite salty, so if you don't want the salt but you want the vinegar,
you can still have the vinegar.
Yeah, it actually tastes sort of like capers, but not like
intense.
In your face. Yeah. So if you wanted a caper flavour without actually using capers. So these are all essentially flavoured vinegars. So go forth, find anything in oil or in vinegar that you can then use in your salad dressing.
Okay, good. And I just wanted to mention garlic and sensitivity to garlic, which I am and other members of my family.
Yeah,
and I found out that garlic has a core in it. And so what you do is you crush it, take it apart, cut it, whatever. If you remove the core, then the stomach actually is fine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to try that.
Yeah, try it.
And then you grate it.
Yes,
so,
I grate. I
okay.
use one of these.
Yeah.
Now I would start if you haven't had garlic for a while and you're
in
sensitive
the oils.
Yeah, and that's how I did. I started with just a little bit and grated it and see how my digestive system. Talk about my digestive system. So yes, more. It's delicious.
We can have garlic.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So let's get
try
shopping.
that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. So because it said, "Do you want your beetroot?" And I went, "Oh no, we won't be using."
Yes, we are. Sorry. And I was like running late, so I was like, oh, just grab the can.
Yeah, because otherwise I would just grate
That's
the
right.
beetroot
You can.
in it,
Yes.
or you can actually bake it
Yes.
and use it baked. But I like it raw.
Raw and
put
great.
yes,
Yes,
straight
absolutely.
into.
So either way, or if you're even into pickling your own, you could pickle your own and then lower the sugar content, and then you would still
absolutely.
have the nice pickled flavour.
Yes.
So either way, we are just going to use the can for today.
Yes.
But if you want to, you can always mix it up.
What are you up to?
I am pretty much done on the Asian salad.
Okay.
I'll actually do the sauce for the Asian salad
Okay.
if you like.
Okay.
So I get these little jars, keep them, they're awesome. I never whisk anything, who's got time for that?
Yeah.
So I essentially make the whole thing in a jar, shake it up, and then pour it all over what we're doing. So with this one, we're doing an Asian style sauce. So my oil is going to be a little more Asian style. So I've got some sesame oil, which will give a very Asian flavour as well. But I'm going to start with not the chili, with the garlic infused oil. If you don't have the garlic infused oil, just use a light oil, an olive oil, and then, as we say, remove the core and grate your garlic into here. It'd be maybe half a clove, perhaps.
So you don't really want the dressing to overpower the taste of the fresh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So perhaps maybe a teaspoon of that one.
And I'm just getting on with grating some raw pumpkin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be awesome. I saw the cauliflower in there.
Yeah,
too.
we have collie,
yum.
we have
Purple cabbages
for the crunch.
Yes, ooh, yum, and all raw, so that's really good. Okay, so we've got about a teaspoon of the garlic oil and just a tiny splash. The sesame oil is very strong, so that's maybe 10 drops in there.
And we don't normally cook with
With these
flavour.
flavoured oils,
Yeah.
I would say. So sesame oil is a very strong flavour. It's also a very thick oil, so not generally one that you would cook with. It's more of a dressing oil.
Yeah.
And literally 10 drops is going to come through in the flavour with that. So
I love it.
go easy, but also do try it because it is a very lovely oil. So we've got our oil base. And we're going to use then our acid. In this one, we've got a combination of the soy sauce and a little bit of lemon juice.
Yeah.
Again, the soy sauce is going to be an acid. In this case, I'm using wheat-free tamari because I have a gluten intolerance thing. And tamari is a Japanese soy sauce. It's maybe a little lighter than a Chinese soy sauce, maybe like a watered-down version, so it's quite thick. Again, we're using maybe a tablespoon. I don't measure very well.
I don't measure very well.
No! So I measure by sight and by smell. So smell everything, or if it's, if you can taste it in stages, go for your life.
That's good.
So we've got a little bit of the soy sauce in there. We've got a little bit of lemongrass here. Again, I've been very lazy and it's in a little tube thing. So I'm just going to squeeze that out. And I might get my little helper.
You've got in a tube.
Yeah.
And I've got lemongrass
Yes, there you
here
go.
for a day. If you can't get it fresh, we've got fresh in the freezer actually, but if you can't, look, they've got all these amazing products.
Do what you can. I'll get my little helper to cut me half a lemon as well, just while I squeeze this into here. Again, maybe, I don't know, half a teaspoon of crushed up lemongrass, and it would be the little white bit at the end of the lemongrass stalk, not the green section. So maybe only half a teaspoon, one little stalk maybe. And then we'll have our acid, if you please, senor. So the lemongrass is part of the third part of making any great salad dressing, which is the additional flavors. So you can use herbs, spices, chilies, whatever you've got essentially. So we're doing an Asian salad style salad. So we're going to go lemongrass and a little bit of coriander, which is going to be our two major flavors in this sauce, in addition to that lovely sesame oil that's already gone in. So probably a little bit more of the coriander, maybe a full teaspoon. I quite like coriander.
So,
If you don't, you can switch it, use, I don't know, parsley or something else. So yes, if you are running low again on the fresh coriander, you can just use the tubes or the chopped in, the little freezer cubes. Have you seen those? It's like a little ice tray full of coriander.
No, I haven't seen them.
So good. It's an Australian company. It starts with A. Adani Farms, I think it is, and they're doing just little ice cube trays of herbs. Fantastic, no additives, and Australian.
Otherwise you can use the right.
There we go. So
Whatever is convenient and easy.
whatever you've got, essentially.
Yeah.
So we have the basis of our Asian style salad dressing with the oil and the acid, and then the third one, the additional flavors. So we're going to do a shaky shake. And then you'll see that it emulsifies, I really like that word, emulsifies, into a nice salad dressing. So we've got like a creamy-esque salad dressing with all our herbs now distributed through. So you could stop here, because that is a really sumptuous salad dressing. Or you could, let me just pour it out for you. If we have a little bowl, perhaps a little white barrel, so we can see this happening.
Yes, I have a white bowl. Oh, it's almost white.
That's okay. That's fine. So you can see it's a nice consistency, and all of our herbs have mixed in there nicely. Do you want to have a taste?
Oh yes, please. My fingers are quite clean.
So it's quite tangy.
Oh, that's lovely.
Lift it up.
Really quite tangy.
Lift it up a bit. Our director. We have a director this time.
Can we see that? So we can see all our coriander mixed through.
That's a lovely, warmy, sort of yummy.
And nice and tangy as well.
It's delicious.
So we can leave it like this. So this is Asian salad dressing number 1. But I'm going to show you how to make a satay dressing. So I'm just going to pop this back into our jar.
Oh, okay.
And all I'm going to do is add about a teaspoon of any peanut butter, any nut butter you've got. Almond butter, cashew butter, if you've made it yourself, whatever. This is a protein one, so it's got 5 seeds as well in it. So we've got Australian product. Chia seeds, linseed, sunflower seeds, pepitas and quinoa, as well as just peanuts and a little salt.
I've not seen that.
No, and they have quite a few different variations. So a couple of different nuts with a couple of different seeds. I like this because I can't be bothered measuring out all those different seeds every morning and that sort of thing. So I just use this. It's just looks like peanut butter with little seeds in it. But you can put it in your smoothie, and then you've got like a massive protein hit for the morning as well. So
because I know someone who has smoothies 1 or 2 mornings a week.
There you go. And this is essentially all protein, so all of your seeds and then the nuts as well. So you're doing great.
Wow.
So they've got almond, cashew, macadamia, all sorts, Australian product.
Yes, of course.
So we're going to add just like a teaspoon. Again, you can adjust up and down if you're having a bigger salad, more people, that sort of thing. But we're just going to add that to our jar.
All fingers have been washed.
Sorry, yes, we're
All
very
fingers
clean.
have been washed.
And then, not that one, this one. We're just going to shake, shake, shake. Because again, who whisks? I don't whisk.
No, we've got jars.
And again, you'll see it emulsifying, and it's starting to come a bit thicker, and it's changing colour. So we're just going to shake, shake, shake until that peanut butter's done its little thing. And then, it's a little bit chunky. Let me keep shaking. I'll come back to you on that one. What you'll end up with in the end is like a creamy Asian dressing in the end. So we've added that the creaminess of the peanut butter, to make essentially a creamy dressing,
Yeah.
like you would with the
China.
tahini and the avocado.
Yes.
So you could start with the tangy dressing, or you take it one step further and give it a creamy kick, and it's also satay. So you can use this with noodles as well. So I'll take this out again, and you can see the difference. So again, it's a bit thicker, and it's got that lighter colour to it, and now with the peanutty flavour. What do you think?
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Not bad,
yum.
So it's
Yeah.
not like
No,
that tastes like peanut butter.
No,
it's still very
it's subtle.
very smooth.
Oh, I can't wait to.
But you've now got protein, essentially, a massive protein hit within your salad. So if that's what you're looking for as a vegetarian or vegan, paleo or keto or whatever you identify as. Indeed. This is a lovely satay dressing. Again, if you wanted a really, really satay flavour, double the peanut butter. And it would get thicker, and you would have the more peanutty flavour. So go forth.
So could you use that as a marinade?
Good. We use this exact recipe, probably ×4, and we cut tofu, hard, firm tofu, in slabs just short of 1 centimetre thick, and we coat them in this.
Yeah.
And then put them on the grill or in a fry pan with some noodles and a salad. Very nice.
Easy as.
And the first step, before we put the peanut butter in, you can use that as a marinade again. So same rules apply essentially to marinade as they do to salad dressing. I think that golden ratio is perhaps a little different.
Yeah, which is 3-1.
3 to 1, which I think is a little
That's,
crazy.
you know, 3
oil
to 1 acidic.
Which I thought was quite high. That'd give you a really oily salad dressing.
Oh, some people like it.
Okay. So yes, adjust up or down as you prefer. Take, put more peanut butter in, less,
So have you covered this in your first recipe?
No, because we were getting to, it was a warm period when we did the first book, so it's all sort of winter warmers and comfort food and that sort of thing. But in the second book that we're doing right now, we're doing a lot more salads and sauces and that sort of thing. So this will be in that book.
In the second
In
one?
the second book. It will be called Two Plump Vegetarians, Even Plumper, perhaps. So,
It's not me. It's not me.
it's me. Even plumper? Oh my god! So we'll see when that comes out. But yes, it is packed full with basically our summer recipes. So a lot more salads and a bit of fruit stuff. I know you're not into the fruit. Well, that's pretty much us on our little. It looks so in a little jar,
but
it's packed with flavour. So that's pretty much my sauce ready to go.
Good.
I'll maybe start preparing my second salad.
While I sort of get into this one, which is most salads are raw, unless you have a warm roasted salad, which we actually do sometimes. So this has the pumpkin in it, cauliflower, and it's all, the cauliflower, some of it's that big and some of it's that big. Oh, it's onion.
Doesn't matter.
That big. So it doesn't really matter. I've grated some and some escaped me. So that's fine.
That looks great.
And there's
With carrot in there.
There's carrot. There, anything you like. Oh, there's radishes. I haven't got the radishes out of the fridge.
How many of these little babies are we after?
How about 2?
2.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Rusties?
Yeah, they're in season at the market at the moment. I think
it's a lovely crunch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lovely fresh crunch.
And it's actually, when I was not a vegetarian and when I met Greg, I was actually very heavy meat eater, and celery was one of the only vegetables I would eat, along with carrot and beetroot in a can.
Wow.
And potato, of course.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg.
So it's all Greg's fault that we've come this far, and that I am now a plump vegetarian. So.
But you're healthy. I love rocket.
Yeah, so do I. So I'm just going to spill the whole roll. If you've got a small bag, bigger bag, go if you like. So that's how we're doing that. And then it's literally just got the rocket and the feta, but the secret is in the sauce. So I'm going to do a vegan Caesar salad dressing for you. I'm going to do it 2 ways, because one has capers and some people don't like capers. So I've done it
He does.
2 different ways. So we've got our Asian slaw
Yes.
dressing, so I'll put that one with our...
I love Caesar salad, and it's really good to be able to know that you can do a delicious vegan
Yes, you
Caesar.
can. Well,
Caesar
the secret for me was the capers, because Caesar dressing has anchovies in it.
Oh, yeah,
So
which
it
I
gives
like.
that salty flavour as well. So you fiddle with it
Too
and
easy.
you can match
Yep,
anything.
too easy.
And I challenge you to give me something that I can't veganise, because I'm quite good at veganising things. All of my Thai dishes that I grew up with
Yes.
were all meat and shrimp
Yeah.
paste and, you know, oyster sauce and all that sort of thing. So I had to learn to veganise
Yes.
all of those, and
Yes.
I'm currently, pretty 95% done on the Thai food, I think. So
So there's a challenge for you.
Yes.
Find the Two Plump Vegetarians on Facebook.
hit me up
Please.
if you have a challenge that you having trouble veganising something. Please
Do it.
drop
Do
us
it.
a line, and I will take
Yeah.
on the challenge, and I will
Can't wait.
veganise anything you can come up with.
Can't wait.
Come on, people, challenge me. And then all
Give it
this,
your best shot,
Yeah,
baby.
that's right. So with this one, it's literally just got some
Excuse me, honey.
beetroot. And again, we were chatting, you can do the raw beetroot, just grate it in. Little baby beets, if you like them that way. I like baby
I love
beets.
baby beets.
So, but for this one, I'll just slice it up and drop it on the arugula. I like that word.
Oh, well, it's good. This goes all over the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
And some people are like, what is rocket? I love Thai basil. Have you
So
tried it?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes. Yes.
It's like a licoricey almost.
It is. It's delicious.
Very good.
And this is homegrown mint. This
Wow.
time we're doing wonderful, yummy 3 salads. And then for our next segment, we will be bringing in Greg. And Greg's going to make the
Greg can dance for a bit.
kebab.
Kebab.
Kebab, not kebabs.
It's not kebabs.
Not kebabs, it's kebabs. Yeah, you're telling everyone, as we're talking, you're telling everyone what you're putting in.
This is just some feta. This is Jeff Jantz. Do you remember Jeff Jantz? He used to do a kitchen show.
Yes.
Yeah, all Australian fella making his own cheese. So all Australian cheese.
Oh,
I'll just
love
put it
the
on
vegan
half.
fat.
It's
Yeah.
actually quite good. It's
Sugar.
bio
Bio
cheese. Yeah.
Bio cheese is good. I prefer their feta. Their feta is to die
It
for.
is really good.
And we've tried another vegan brand, and it was too sweet. But the bio was delicious.
Was it
and
in
the
a
halloumi.
jar? The sweet one?
It was in the same sort of package
okay.
as bio. And no, we're not being paid by them. We're just telling
We
you
just
what
like
we
that
like.
cheese, yeah.
And the halloumi is delicious. And do you know what you can do? Let me just show you. Hang on. Let me just show you.
Because I don't know if we've tried that halloumi.
Okay.
We have.
This bio halloumi is delicious. So we barbecue it. Okay. But I found out something else. When we make things that need parmesan cheese, you just take this out and grate it. Oh, tastes like parmesan cheese.
That's a fantastic idea.
I know.
There you go.
I know.
Cool. How do
Delish.
you cook these to be
On the barbie.
the nicest? On the barbie?
On the barbie.
Oil or...
Do you want them, darling? No.
No.
But if I fry them up, I'll put a little
Little
bit
oil.
of oil.
So still traditionally like how you would cook
Do-
traditional halloumi.
Yeah, it is delicious halloumi. For those who are getting away from new products, bio especially, tried and tested, and their halloumi. And we've got friends now who are saying, wow, that halloumi is delicious. And the feta cheese is to
feta
die
is
for.
really good.
So if
Thank
Bio Cheese would like to watch us and
We love you.
yeah, we
Bio
love you,
cheese.
so we're here waiting.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Have you got...
What?
I'm just thinking. There was that other feta. I've done 2 fetas now. One called Botanical Cuisine. It's in a jar and it's made in Melbourne. And again, it was near on for dairy feta.
It was
The
dairy.
taste.
Oh no! Oh, so
It was
vegan.
made of macadamia nuts.
Oh, okay.
And it was bang on, like you would not be able to tell the difference. Really nice. And it's in a little jar, so it keeps nicely in the fridge. And that's the only other vegan feta that I've found actually hits the mark.
So people, you need to look around. You really need to look around at more healthy, raw, delicious
Have a
food,
taste.
have a taste.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to lose. You'll either like it and you go yes, or you won't like it and you won't buy it again. But it's really good because we're looking at holistic health as well. So it's not just the diet, it's what this food does for us. It means that we have a healthier indigestion system, it's working well, and what goes through there also comes up and helps the brain.
But also, it's in your blood too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had a kidney condition. I was born with my kidneys joined together. So they were failing essentially by the time I was 30. I'm 42 now. And we endeavoured to find a way to reverse the effect, the degradation essentially to my kidney function. And my answer was, how about we drop some meat? And so we did. We dropped red meat, and then we dropped chicken, etc., etc. And it just got better and better and better. So my results in terms of kidney function just went whoop, and actually maxed out the test completely. So yeah, I can't tell if it's 91 or 99 because it stops at 90, and I was actually at 90, which is full kidney function of a normal person purely through dietary change.
How did you feel?
Oh my God, like a different person. So totally light. It's a strange term, but really light in terms of digestion. Yeah. It didn't hurt to wear pants and just silly things that you don't really think of. But clean. Like I can tell when my blood is dirty. It feels slow in my system. When it's clean, I feel light and the energy. Yeah, that's right. Energized. Yeah, absolutely. Concentration, focus, all of those things. Creativity as well. It's also dulled when you don't feel well. Yep. So you need all of these things going strong for you. You do. All, in every facet of your life. You do. So even the biggest and the greatest chefs have a little book of secrets, and this is my book of secrets, and it's all handwritten and like bits of paper stuck in there. It doesn't matter as long as you like putting your recipes down, putting your favorites in there, so you can come back to them later. And you can also like cross things out and go, well, that didn't actually work out so well. We'll do it a little differently later. So always take notes on what worked and what didn't, what tasted good and what didn't.
Our director wants to tell me something that I'm not getting.
What would you like?
Well, I would actually like to say that this started out as a favourites book while we were still eating meat.
Yes.
So
it has 2 parts. This
is a 20-year-old book, funny enough. It has been with us for a lot of travel when we went overseas.
Around the world.
Wherever we go, we always take the book because you never know when you're going to find a fantastic recipe. So always ensure, keep notes, even in books. If you've got cookbooks and you want to change something, write on the book. It's yours anyway. Write all over it. Who cares? Cross it out if you don't really like it. Doesn't matter. Just change it, own it, make it yours. Essentially, that's what we want you to do. And like I said, we've still got a lot of meat recipes in here, but we change those. We take out the meat ingredient, and we also then essentially put in either a vegetarian ingredient or a vegan ingredient.
That's why I keep them, because I'm
like, ooh, yeah.
Because you can personalise anything to yourself, and that's what you have to do. Remember, if you want something the way you want it, make it the way you want it. So,
these are
good lessons. Because I tell you what, thank you, Greg. I tell you what, a lot of chefs that are on TV now, they will talk about how they have written down theirs, or their parents, their mums have written down, and they have adapted.
Yes, I was like, if you get a box of your grandma's recipes, don't throw them out. Please go through them. It's really interesting. It's a lovely way to see how your nan and your mum would have sat down and had a meal and that sort of thing. I quite like it.
But when you think about back then, all those years ago, we didn't have a lot of processed foods.
That's true. Yeah. So you would be pickling your own beets and all of these great recipes.
You'd be growing your peas and shelling them.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
I remember that as a kid.
Yes.
That is great fun. You can't even buy peas like that anymore. It's literally like a frozen bag.
Yeah. Which are okay.
Which are fine, but that sitting down as a family and everybody shelling peas for that night's meal is really nice. Like a tender moment, family moment. But anyway, getting back to these, take a moment. The reason I keep the meat recipes, because a lot of the marinades and sauces can be used with vegetarian food or adapted to vegetarian food. So although we don't eat them anymore, I do keep these recipes and then make notes about, you know, the marinades or the sauces as to how you might, because I find with meat, a lot of times the sauces are very much stronger than you would have it as a vegetarian.
To take on the meaty flavour.
To compete, essentially. And in vegetarian, it's not so much about competing as melding flavours together to match. So I tend to fiddle with the meatier marinade recipes and just dull them down a little. So yes, always keep your little book on.
So I'm just doing my little bit at the moment because I've been listening to you, which is fascinating, learning so much. So I've got my avocado down the bottom, and I have my fresh coriander, and I have
Basil,
basil,
the dill. Is it
the
dill?
dill, yes,
Fennel,
I've got more dill,
Yummy.
lemon juice, and that's all I've got to at the moment. What else is there? Because you don't need glasses, do you?
No, I'm good. What
Yeah.
have we got? Basil, the tahini.
How much?
And the cumin.
How much of that? Like
A pinch, it says.
okay, do a pinch.
And then the tahini is 1 1/2 tablespoon.
Tablespoon. Okay.
Just like a big dessert spoon.
Yeah.
This one will do. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Well, it's a soup spoon I could have. So
Oh,
I
same
will put-
brand. There you go.
Yeah.
Great brand.
Australian.
Yay.
Yes. You can sponsor us.
We're not looking for endorsements or anything.
Oh, hell no. Two Plump Vegetarians and Paleo Polly. What else do I need?
So we've done the cumin.
Oil,
And
does it need
have you done
oil?
the lemon juice already?
I've done some lemon juice. I don't want to put a lot in because we need to have a taste of it.
Sure.
And how much oil?
So it says 2 tablespoons. And then just the salt and pepper.
Hope this is Australian.
What's
Two
that
of
one?
these.
Squeaky,
One.
Squeaky gate.
Would that
Two,
be two?
yeah, that
that would
sounds
be
about
probably two. Yeah.
And
And
then salt and pepper. Here it is.
oops, shh. Sorry. Yum. Very fine. I'll just get salt and
Sure.
grind the salt, which will be
Oh,
good.
yummy.
Da-da-da.
Fresh ground.
Can you taste this?
Yeah, I can.
And tell me what's missing. I've actually added some water to it because it's a bit thick.
It's so creamy now.
Tell me what else needs to be. Because everything is to taste. Mixed in with raw veggies.
There's a lot of lemon juice coming through.
Yes? Is that okay?
It's good, but it's very strong.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how balanced you want it.
I'd like it balanced, and you're the balanced dressing person. More oil?
No, more, maybe a little salt perhaps.
Okay.
And I think that will be good. It's nice and creamy.
Good.
Beautiful.
Australian salt.
Is that a salt pig? Is that what they call that? Salt pig? Yeah. Maybe making stuff up. Probably. I do that quite a lot. So yeah, just a bit more salt in that one, I think.
Now, do you think it's too thick? I'd put a bit more
I
water
actually
in.
quite like it, but
Do
yeah, if you think it's gonna,
I might just
It'll
put
coat
yeah, it
nicely on
will.
the
I'll just
larger
put a little bit
pieces.
more water on it.
or maybe a little oil even. So.
Oh.
Emulsify, baby. Let's emulsify. Yeah.
Now, this is when I normally say, this is going to be really loud, and I'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my, that
Oh.
looks delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I feel healthy just looking at it.
Yum.
Awesome.
Okay, you have a taste.
Oh, yum. Oh yeah, that's it.
I'm getting some of the herbs through as well.
Rather than that
Yes.
massive
Yes.
lemon.
Does it need more basil?
No, I think the herbs are really good. Good in it. Yep, bang on. Now they're coming through now.
Yeah.
And then the cream with the tahini and the avocado. That is a fantastic mix, actually.
Great. Thank you. And
Was
a
it-
little bit of cumin in there.
Yeah, just a pinch.
Yeah.
Actually, you could do it a
A
pinch
little bit more.
even.
Okay,
yeah.
and I can
You
burn
could
my
if you
hand.
wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe even on top, you know.
Oh, that might be nice.
Yeah.
So what are you up to now?
I'm up to my secret vegan Caesar salad dressing.
I'm excited.
So we're starting off with a vegan aioli. It's like vegan mayonnaise with some garlic in it, right? I guess. So you can use mayonnaise, and then add your own garlic again, like we were doing.
Okay.
So it's fairly low. I don't have any trouble with the garlic in this one. Yeah. And as I'm only using it as a dressing, it's not as intense as eating like
raw
garlic,
yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with this. This will be our oil base, and then we're going to kick in the capers. So the capers are going to be our acid base with their vinegar in them.
Did you want me to rinse those? Take some out?
I'm doing something magic with that. And then just to take the and lemon juice, which is part of the acid as well, just to take the edge off, a little bit of maple syrup.
Maple syrup, delicious.
It's fantastic. So
and it's the real thing. Don't buy the syrupy crap.
Maple flavoured syrup. No, it must be Canadian maple syrup. So
and I will go to Canada to get some for you.
Happy to do that. Happy to be maple syrup distributors or
easy,
whatever. So we're going to put about a tablespoon. Oops, sorry, this is a new one, so it's got a little sticky on it. So about oh gosh,
can you do it?
Maybe we'll do a tablespoon. So about a tablespoon, maybe a bit more. Here we go. Yes, can you hear him puffing at me? Like,
that's rude.
So it's say 1 part of the mayo or the aioli or whatever you're using, and then we'll do a 1/2 part lemon juice, which is the acid, and a 1/2 part of the capers. Now all I've done here is taken some capers out and squished them with a knife. So they're not actually cut up, they're just sort of released all their flavour into there. So as many capers as you want, and then the same amount with the vinegar from the capers. So just a little.
So you're not wasting anything really, are you?
No. And then we literally, so maybe some salt and pepper if you had it.
Yes,
we can mix that up. You can taste it and then put the maple syrup in so that you can tell what I mean about the amount of tang that you'll end up with. So I'll just put a little salt
I'll
in.
just see if I can get my...
Have you got the grindy salt?
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Oh, good. I'll do the pepper.
So it's exactly what we have here, but we've just put it in a grinder.
So maybe,
Oops, sorry.
3 grinds or something. What's that, like 1/4 of a teaspoon? A pinch, perhaps. Oh,
well,
gosh.
the thing is, you can always add 2.
Yeah, it's salt and pepper. Salt and
Yeah.
pepper tastes excellent on anything, even toast. So
Really?
yes. Have you not had?
Never.
Oh my gosh.
What,
Next-
dried toast?
Just toast with like butter or
butter's
margarine
paleo.
or whatever you have.
Oh, no butter.
And then salt and pepper. And it is like, oh my god. And a friend of ours, he was English, he was like, I didn't want Marmite and I didn't want peanut butter. And he's like, you put salt and pepper on everything. Why not put it on toast? And I was like, that is just amazing. But it is really good. And when I don't feel like peanut butter, Vegemite, you go to the salt and pepper.
Wow,
so
okay.
please go to salt and pepper.
Yep.
Salt and pepper is fantastic. You should be having it on everything. So we've got the basis of our vegan Caesar salad dressing, the capers, the mayonnaise, and the 2-part acid with the lemon juice and the caper juice. So I'm just going to shake it all up before we plonk in the sugar parts. I just want you to taste the difference between the two. So if you don't like capers or you don't have capers, you leave them out and do 2 parts of the lemon juice. So it's just whatever you've got. Got some herbs, chuck them in there. Maybe some like parsley or something like that. So have a taste of that tangy. I'm actually going to double this up because it's gone a bit watery. So I'm going to make more. So can you feel how tangy that is though?
I could get a straw.
So, yeah, there you go. And then it's literally like a dot, just to change the end flavour.
Okay.
That's all. Just so it's not bing, tang, it's just like, oh, it goes really smooth. So like
that's nice.
Cardini Caesar Cardini's literal Caesar sauce, it's got that smoothness to it. Oh gosh, how many new stuff do we have there? Let me break into this maple syrup. So literally a little dot. So it might be maybe
Wow.
a
Okay.
1/4 of a teaspoon.
Yeah.
And it just takes the end of that off. Don't worry about that one, but we'll try this one. Again with our little shaker jar. And
Shall I be polite and use a spoon?
oh, do whatever you like. I'll just stick my fingers in.
Yeah, I know.
Quite like that.
Oh.
And then with the capers. flavors. They're like,
That changes it completely, doesn't it?
Yeah, just takes that undertone of
Yes.
the tang off.
Yes.
So we've got a 4 ingredient. It's fairly runny. I'll pop it back in here because I'm going to make a double set anyway. It's fairly runny,
And
so I'm going to.
It's all paleo stuff.
So
remember the challenge.
I like that too, yeah.
Find the Two Plump Vegetarians on Facebook. Like them. Have a look at all of their photos. Read their stuff. Buy their book. Buy their book. I'm going to bring it out again. I don't know what you can see. There you go.
We've got pumpkin on our pumpkin. Awesome! I love how you're like using the book and getting it
Oh,
dirty. That's
yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, look. I used the book.
Yes.
I used the book.
It's dog-eared and everything. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good. At the moment, just before Christmas, I made these cutlery bags out of just some old scraps of fabric that I had to put your reusable cutlery in. So because so many places here give us plastic cutlery all the time.
Yes.
So we have made these little bags so you can take your own cutlery along. So with every sale of the book, you get a little free cutlery bag that I've been making in my little craft room. So it doesn't contain cutlery because pretty much everyone's got their own cutlery to go. But you will get the little bag, and they've got little. Mine says tree hugger on it, but I've got little ones with whales and happy faces and things to make you feel good about doing good things for the environment. So please buy a book and you'll get a little free cutlery bag. That's good. From now until, I don't know, the week before postage ends before Christmas, I guess. It's always a bit hit and miss, but we'll go with mid-December or something.
Mid-December,
Yes,
and I have nothing to offer you
That's not true.
other than these recipes that are damn delicious.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's enough, isn't it?
That is
I'm not doing a cookbook, so don't wait for that. I was asking the week, when's the cookbook coming out? You've got to be fucking good.
It's hard work.
Oh, I know
you,
it's hard work. No. I like live.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is fun.
It is fun. So are we about to, what's happening now is we come to the end of the segment. We're about to dress, and that'll be the end of it. However, the next vid that we're doing is a continuation of this one, but we've got to keep them in a time slot that you won't get bored at looking at all of this. And the next one will feature Greg, who is the other gorgeous plump vegetarian, and he's doing a very, very simple meal that you can stick on your barbie to have with these absolutely delicious salads. And I'm not going to say any more because I know Greg is bursting at the seams. He's so excited. We've tied him up and put him in the corner because he just can't wait to get out here in front of the camera and tell you what he's going to present and cook for you. So I would like to say thank you, Jayme, for coming.
Me.
Oh, my absolute pleasure.
Pleasure.
I can't wait either. Paleo Polly, please find my YouTube channel, like and subscribe to it. And the subscription just simply means that it's free and you get notified when I do another vid. Or of course you can find me on Facebook. On Facebook it's a little bit different than Paleo Polly. It's Pamela O'Leary, but just look for the woman with the purple hair. I've had fun. You've had fun. They've had fun. Thank you very much for watching. And I want to thank Fran from Let's Get Fresh with Fran, because she's actually made me look really, really gorgeous today. And I must say, her makeup is terrific and her lipstick is so good. So I've actually been drinking from my beautiful, exquisite champagne flutes that I got for my wedding many years ago. And none of the lipstick has come off. So thank you, Fran, from Get Fresh with Fran. Dressed by me. Thank you, Jayme.
Thank you.
See you soon.
I will, indeed.
Bye, everyone.